of 0. Don't know if anyone's going to join this stream. However, I've never done a vertical live stream, so thought we would try it out here. Doo-doo. Okay, this is pretty cool. See what we got going. What's going on? Looks like we got one person in here. So I'm just testing doing a vertical live stream because I've never actually done this before. So I thought it'd be kind of fun if we could test it. But if you have any questions about Tangem, my number one fan, what's going on? Okay. What's going on, everyone? What's going on? We're getting some people in here. Yeah, so I've never done a vertical live stream before, so I just wanted to test it out. Welcome in, everyone. Good evening. What's going on? What's going on, Milton? Tiger Lily, what's up? Jeremy, what's going on? What's up, Lisa? Kevin, Julie, how are you? Um, yep. So yeah, if you guys just want to chill in here, and definitely feel free to ask any questions. I titled this as a Tangem Q&A, and the real reason that I started this is because Tangem Sale ends. Well, I guess it technically ends tomorrow, I think. So tomorrow's the last day. They have a sale going on right now. It's across their entire website. Usually my discount code CyberScroller gets you 10% off your order. You can get 15% off your order if you apply two discounts, which I've left in the description of this video. But that discount is friends. So you use both discounts, Cyberskrilla and friends. That'll get you 15% off your entire order. And if you spend more than 89 bucks, um, you get free shipping as well. But what's going on, everyone? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, if you have any questions about Tandem, that's what this live is for. So go ahead and drop them in the chat, and I will try to answer them. Julie asked, "Will Tangem get a credit card? And if so, how will that work?" So Tangem is coming out with Tangem Pay, which is a crypto debit card. It's going to be the first of its kind. It's a self-custodial crypto debit card, and you'll be able to link it with basically any crypto wallet you have. So whether that's Ledger, Tangem, Trezor, or even like a hot wallet like MetaMask, you'll be able to spend certain cryptocurrencies directly at the store, basically anywhere that accepts a Visa, which is there's over 90 million Visa terminals around the world. Um, Now it's pretty technical how it works. There's a lot of like cryptography involved, and basically the blockchain talking with the payment terminals, like at the stores you go to. So like how it actually works is super technical, and we don't have all the details yet. Uh, but once it's released, I will drop a video about more how it works. Um, as well, it's not going to be launched in the US first. It should be coming out this year, but the US is pretty strict on their regulations and stuff. So I think they're testing it in other markets first. I think Europe will have it first, and then eventually they'll bring it over to the US. Um, hold on. Trying to see if I can bring up the chats on my computer because that would be a lot better. But like I said, if you're just joining, I'm just trying this vertical style out because I've never done it before. Um, I don't know. I'll mess with that later. Let's answer some more questions. Got another question that said, is it possible to convert currencies from one operating system to another? Uh, Not quite sure what you mean by that, but you can convert cryptos using a lot of different methods. You can do it on a crypto exchange. You could do it on a cold wallet like Tangem. Really, it's as easy as hitting the swap button and then choosing the crypto that you have in your wallet. You select it and then choose which one you want to convert it to. So yeah, you can definitely do that pretty easily. Hanner Han, once you put your crypto on your cold wallet, is it hard to cash out? How does that work? It's actually super easy to cash out, and there's a few different methods. And if you want like a full video on this, it's my number one video on my channel. If you type in on YouTube how to take crypto profit, my video will pop up, should be number one. Go and watch that because I break down uh, like the best crypto profit taking strategies and how you can do it using your cold wallet. But in short, you can either send your crypto back to your preferred crypto exchange, whatever you use, and then sell it there. And kind of what that looks like is you literally just copy the receiving address from your crypto exchange, you send it to the exchange, and then you sell it on the exchange. So that will convert the crypto to fiat. And then once you have your fiat, which that's an instant process, once you have your fiat, you can just send it to your bank account, which should be tied to your crypto exchange. And that process usually takes 1 to 3 days, super easy. Um, or you can sell it directly from your cold wallet. Now, this kind of depends on like what cryptocurrencies your cold wallet supports, and if it supports selling them. But like you can sell your crypto directly from Tangem, for example, but it does utilize still a third-party centralized crypto exchange to do that because there's really no way to off ramp or on ramp, which just means like turning your crypto into fiat and vice versa, without using a centralized crypto exchange. So even when you sell through a cold wallet, they partner with third-party exchanges. So you're still going through that process. It just feels a little more streamlined because you're doing it directly through your crypto wallet. But it's really the same process. If you're wondering what I do, I prefer to send my crypto externally to my preferred exchange. I use Kraken. It's super quick. I can literally send my crypto to Kraken, sell it, cash it out to my bank account. That entire process takes me a couple minutes, and if you do it early enough in the day, I'll get the money the same day in my bank account, at least on Kraken. But yeah, go watch that video, how to take crypto profit, and that'll really show you all the different methods you can do. Because there's some other ways you can do it as well. Like if you want to keep your profits in crypto without all the volatility, you could also convert, a portion or all of it to a stable coin like USDC or USDT. Um, but again, go watch that video and I kind of explain all that. But that's a good question. And sorry if I'm messing up some of these names. I'm terrible with names. But Sohail Hussein, what would you say is better, Tangem or the Trezor Save 5? So better is super subjective, and it really depends on like what you're looking for. First off, Trezor is mainly a desktop wallet, so you need to use it with your computer, which isn't an issue as long as you have a computer and you don't mind using it with it. Whereas Tangem is a mobile only wallet and it only works with iOS and Android mobile devices that has NFC or near field communication. So first you need to see kind of, how you want to use it, and then you can decide from there. Oh, sorry. Um, And then you also need to look at coin support. That's like another important thing. Does the wallet that you're getting support the crypto that you want to hold? If it doesn't, then there's no point in buying that wallet because you're not going to be able to store your crypto on it. Personally, I would say Tangem is going to be the more user-friendly option. So if it's like your first cold wallet or you prefer something like super convenient, then Tangem is going to be your choice. But I really like Trezor. I'd say Trezor is in my top 3 along with Tangem. I'd say my top 3 brands in terms of, like, just usability, coin support, reputation would be, Trezor, Tangem, and Ledger, not in any specific order. Um, so yeah, it really just depends on what you're looking for. I don't think either option is wrong. It just depends on what you need. Da, da, da. Okay, let's see. Alex and Jay, why does the Tangem app randomly switch languages and is there a fix? That I don't have an answer for because that's never happened to me. That's pretty weird. I would make sure that your app is up to date, make sure that your phone's firmware is up to date. Also, if you use like a VPN, that could be the reason. If your VPN is changing your IP location, that could be a possibility. See Esperton. Next time I'll use your link. Yeah, and you don't even have to use my link. If you just want the discount and you don't want to like click my link, you can literally just go to the website um, and enter Cyber Skrilla, one word. That'll get you the 10% off, and then enter another promo, Friends, FRIENDS. That'll get you an additional 5% off for a total of 15% off. And again, you don't even have to click my link if you don't want to. I know everyone is super skeptical about clicking links. You can just go to the website and enter those two codes and you get 15% off, 15% off your entire order. Naughty Vlogs. What do you think about the Coldcard Q? Well, I've never used the Coldcard Q, and I only have one Coldcard wallet, which is one of their older models. And I don't use it mainly because it's just not a wallet that I enjoy using. I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with Cold Card. It is a Bitcoin only wallet. I'm not a Bitcoin only or a Bitcoin maxi. I hold a lot of different cryptocurrencies besides Bitcoin. So for me, it's easier to just use a wallet that supports different blockchain networks, like again, like Ledger, Trezor, etc. So I think the Cold Card Q could be a good option. Just depends on what you're looking for. Julie K, will you pay taxes? I always pay taxes. I've been doing my own crypto taxes for like the last 5 years, and you could also hire someone to do them. There are like crypto tax experts. Also, the crypto tax tool that I use, they have like someone you can just pay a flat fee to review your crypto documents to make sure you're doing everything right. If you don't want to actually hire someone to do them, lots of options. If you want to know how to do that, just type into YouTube how to file crypto taxes, and my video will pop up. And in that video, I walk you through the entire process of how to file your own crypto taxes if you want to do that. And to file it yourself is fairly cheap. I think it's like $100 or something for the actual tool. So that's an option. Selber is just want to say hi. Already asked you a question and you answered in the comments. Thank you. I'm waiting for my pack of 3 cars. Awesome. Glad I can answer your question and enjoy your Tangent wallet. Da-da-da. Esperton. I've been messing with mine for 2 weeks now and I love it. I forgot how expensive ETH was for transactions. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, when the Ethereum network gets busy, transactions are going to get very expensive. I don't know what they are now because I haven't transacted on ETH for probably a few weeks. Um, but when I did, it was about $5 for a transaction. In comparison, when NFTs were taking off in 2021, that's when I was going like I was pretty heavy on Ethereum. It wasn't uncommon to see ETH transaction fees at 100, 200 plus dollars, which is just it's so stupid. Um, but yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Ethereum is a crazy network. Maxwell, hey, just got my wallet. Do you have any important tips to set up? Nothing really like pressing. The things I will say is make sure you download the official Tangem app, which is the Tangem app on the App Store or Google Play Store. Someone asked me earlier, how do I know I'm downloading the official Tangem app? One way you could do it is go to Tangem's website, tangem.com, and somewhere on the front page of their website, they have the like a link to the app for either Google Play or the App Store. You could download it through that. But also double check who the developer of the app is. I've never seen a fake Tangem app on the App Store, but that doesn't mean it couldn't happen. But the developer should say Tangem AG. So it's 2 words, Tangem AG. Um, and then aside from making sure that you're using the official app, double check, and this is kind of up to you, like, do you want to set up your wallet with or without a seed phrase? Because the number one step that people miss is skipping the seed phrase option. So if you want a seed phrase, you're going to scan the card, and then there will be a button that says create wallet. And below that, it'll say other options. If you want to use the seed phrase, you need to hit other options, and then that'll bring up the option to set up a seed phrase or import one if you have one. So those would be my main tips when doing that. Esperton, do you truly think the ring is worth purchasing? Um, For me, it is because I like to travel. And when I travel, I do like to take certain crypto wallets with me. I have different wallets for different things, but some wallets I use for like more active trading, not necessarily day trading, but I have coins that are, more volatile and I like to take profit when I can. So the ring is perfect for that. I've taken my ring to a couple different countries. Um, and it's good because no one's ever going to suspect that it's a crypto wallet. Just don't tell anyone. I mean, it looks like, any other plain normal ring. At least in the United States, like I know plenty of people who wear like dark colored rings and they're not a crypto wallet or anything special. But the ring, yeah, is really good if you're just live an active lifestyle or like to travel a lot. It's discreet, and it also comes with two cards. So I don't know. I mean, for me, I really like it. And I haven't had any issues with mine. I know the first batch of rings, there were issues with people's rings breaking. They have since they paused production for a while, and I believe they fixed that issue. So any new rings that are coming out and being delivered now should be fixed. I've never had an issue with mine. I've been using it fine, and I've even dropped it on the pavement. I've gone swimming with it, all that good stuff, and it still works. Um, well, let me pause here. I really want to figure out how to view the chats on my computer, and I know it's so easy, but my brain's just not working right now. It's kind of annoying. There's gotta be a way. If anyone knows how to oh, wait, let's see, I could click on my live stream. Okay. I kinda found a workaround. Nice. Now I can see myself on my computer here. I'll show you what I'm looking at here. Show you what I'm looking at here is kinda weird. That's me talking to myself, and here's you guys' chat. So, anyways enough of that. Put this here. I'll probably keep trying to read off of this, though. I like to see kinda more, a bigger view of things going on the computer. Anyways, where were we? Hannah Hannon, what about Canada? Any issues with the visa? So I don't think the visa will be coming to Canada as one of the first options, but I don't think there's any issues like necessarily with Canada and the visa specifically. Not that I've heard of. Isaiah Williams, what are the fees like swapping on the Tangem app in a bull market? So there's a few different fees when you swap crypto. There's the blockchain fees, which are native to, whatever blockchain the cryptocurrency that you're swapping is on. For example, if you're swapping a meme coin on Ethereum, you're paying the network fees in ETH. If you're swapping it on Solana, you're paying it in Solana. And those networks all have different fees, and they're also based on like how busy the network is at the time of your transaction. So if you're transacting on ETH, you're going to be paying a network fee during a bull run. It's going to be expensive, um, probably upwards of $50 or $100. Now, if you're doing that on Solana, you're going to pay like 1 to 3 cents for that fee because Solana is just a different network and it's a lot more efficient. Proof of stake versus proof of work, but so yeah, that's one side of the fees. You have the network fees, which again is solely determined by the blockchain network. And second, you have like the exchange fees. So if you're swapping, let's just say in Tangem, you're not paying Tangem fees, but you are paying those third-party providers who provide the swap feature. You're going to pay a fee to them as well, and that fee usually ranges from like for a swap. It's actually pretty comparable to crypto exchanges like Kraken. It's probably going to be around 3%. However, whenever I have bought or sold crypto in the Tangem app, it's been pretty high fees, like 5 to 10%. So when I'm buying or selling, I prefer to send it to my crypto exchange and buy or sell there. But swapping isn't bad. You'll pay comparable fees whether you do it on like a crypto exchange or from your wallet. But again, like if you're trying to estimate, how much you're going to have to pay, I would look specifically at what network you're using, and then just type into Google or ask ChatGPT or whatever you use, like what those fees might be. Again, if you're transacting on Ethereum, you can type in on Google Ethereum gas tracker, and this will tell you the current fees. Um, and that's like one way you could kind of gauge at least what the fees are right now, and then like quadruple or 10x it if we go into like a full blown bull market. Sohail Hussein, best crypto hardware channel. Thank you. Appreciate you saying that. Rambo Z, how to claim midnight airdrop. I don't know because I don't know what the midnight airdrop is. Most airdrops, I will say a couple things about airdrops. If you ever have to connect your wallet to a website and sign a transaction with your wallet to claim an airdrop, you never want to do that with your cold wallet because you're putting it at risk of signing a malicious transaction approval. And then you could unknowingly basically sign away like all of your crypto. Doesn't matter if you're using the most secure cold wallet. That's just how smart contracts work. If you sign a contract saying that the person can take your crypto and they have malicious intent, then they'll do it. So if it is something where you have to connect your wallet and sign a transaction, make sure you're using like just use a hot wallet, use like Phantom or MetaMask or whatever wallet you would need for that. But a lot of airdrops, you just have to enter your wallet's receiving address, which there's no risk in doing that. So if that's the case, you can safely enter your Tangem Wallet receiving address into like whatever might be the claim spot, hit enter, and wait for your crypto to show up. But if you have to connect your wallet and sign a transaction, definitely don't do it with your cold wallet. Punks Ross. My country just banned a lot of crypto related apps. Now I don't have access to them. If my country banned Tangem App 2, how can I access my assets? My Tangem cards were set up without a seed phrase. Um, so yeah, that's kind of so Tangem said that that ban will not affect their app, and I think they came out with something saying it's not going to affect self-custodial wallets. But Tangem is legit; like they do everything they can to be compliant, to be legal, to just those things like that don't happen. But that said, it's a good point. Like, if you don't have your seed phrase, you don't technically own your keys. That's why I like to know my seed phrase, and that's why I personally recommend using a seed phrase anytime you set up a crypto wallet. Because if you don't have your keys, then you're pretty much stuck using that wallet. So if the app disappeared, um, I mean, like if you couldn't access the app, that would be an issue if you don't have your seed phrase. That said, a workaround, and I'm not sure if this would work, this is just an idea. You could probably use something like a VPN, change your IP address location to, like the United States or somewhere where the app is available, and at least access the app that way. So that would be an option. Or like if you're that worried about it, which again, I don't think it's going to happen to the Tangem app because they're legit. If you're that worried about it, you could always send your crypto to like an exchange temporarily or to a hot wallet, factory reset your current Tangent wallet, and then set it up with a seed phrase and send it back to the wallet. And I have a video on my channel if you want to see how to do that entire process safely. That's something you could do if you're that worried about it. If you want to see that video, just um, type in on YouTube missed seed phrase tangem, and that video should pop up. But I wouldn't be too worried about it. It's always a possibility, sure, but I wouldn't be too worried about it. Tech service, is it better than Nano X? Again, it's hard to say if a wallet is better, if one wallet is better than another, because it's just so dependent on what you need just as a person. Uh, like Ledger Nano X, that was the first hardware wallet I ever owned. I've been using the exact same one since I bought it in 2020. I have it right here. It's a good wallet. It's just different. You can use the Nano X with your desktop and mobile device. It's not quite as convenient as Tangem because I just truly believe Tangem is the most convenient wallet there is, at least cold wallet. So it really just depends. And again, when you buy a cold wallet, you want to check things like coin support. That's like the most important thing because if the wallet doesn't support the crypto you want to hold, then why would you buy it, right? So it just kind of depends. But I would trust either one to secure my crypto at the end of the day. If my crypto's on Tangem or on Ledger, I'm going to sleep well at night knowing that my crypto's secure. So that's what I would say. Life Alchemy by Michael LLC said, hi, what's going on? Nicholas Salas Jr., can you transfer your crypto from MetaMask to Tangem? Yes, of course. Super easy. It's just like transferring crypto from anywhere else. And transferring crypto is always the same process. Like if you wanted to just explain it in the super simple, basic terms, you copy the receiving address from whatever wallet you're sending crypto to. Then you go to the wallet that you're sending crypto from, you hit the send button, you paste the receiving address, and then you hit send, and your crypto's on its way. If you want a video on how to do this, I show how to send crypto from a hot wallet like MetaMask. In fact, I might use MetaMask in the video to Tangem. Just type in how to send crypto using Tangem Wallet and click on my video, and you'll see exactly how to do it. Mr. Tahoe, are we talking crypto arbitrage? No, we are not. Real Maldi 5D channel thoughts on XRP, XLM, HBAR, Shiba, Kronos. My thoughts on all those are do not ask people on the internet for investment advice. That's my thoughts. What do you think of Moonshot? Don't know. So Hale Hussein, how much does Tangem charge to move assets to an exchange? Tangem doesn't charge you anything to move anything anywhere. Tangem doesn't charge any fees. Um, The only fees you pay when you transfer crypto are the blockchain fees. The blockchain is where crypto lives. It's the only place crypto exists. Without the blockchain, we wouldn't have crypto. And transfer fees are solely dependent on the blockchain that your crypto lives on. So depends on what your crypto, which blockchain your crypto is on. Let's see. Let me just check. Let me just check a little something here. Let's see where we're at. Okay. Can you see where do you see the description here? Okay. I'm curious, are you watching this from your mobile device, like a phone, or are you watching this on your computer? If you could drop a comment, I'm just curious to know. This is the first vertical live stream that I've ever done on YouTube. Thought it'd be fun to test out. I actually like it a lot more than doing the horizontal style. Um, I don't know, it just feels more natural to me. But probably because I don't have like a slideshow up, it's just me talking to the camera, which is actually pretty easy if you do it enough. But what makes it easier is having all of you here with these good questions. Okay, let me find where I was at in these comments. I have Tangent for a while now. It's amazing. I just have a question regarding the wallet address. Can I generate new ones with the same um, you didn't finish your sentence there, but Tangem does not support generating multiple wallet addresses for the same blockchain account. So, like, you get one Bitcoin wallet address, you get one Ethereum wallet address, one Solana wallet address. Most wallets let you. Um, Someone just donated something. Okay, I'll get to that donation question here in a second. Thank you so much for doing that. That's really nice of you. Um, but yeah, Tangem only allows you to generate one wallet address right now. And that should change in the future. They are working on making it so you can generate multiple receiving addresses. So, fútbol sin corrupción. Gonna answer your question. Thank you for that. I don't know if it's a super chat, but I appreciate you setting that. Should I be worried about KYC if my crypto is in Tangem for a long time? Um, so I'm not really sure what you mean by that question. Like KYC is completely separate from cold wallets. Like, if you're wondering if your crypto can be tracked or not, your crypto can basically always be tracked. The blockchain where crypto lives is inherently a digital public ledger. So anyone can see how much crypto you own, all of your transactions, all the wallets and addresses you've ever interacted with. Um, and I'm assuming you probably bought your crypto on a centralized exchange. Now, maybe you did or didn't have to KYC there, but let's just say you bought crypto on a centralized exchange like Coinbase, then you transfer it to your Tangem wallet. There's already essentially a paper trail linking your Coinbase account to your Tangem wallet address. And this is how like big criminals get caught when they do crazy crypto scams and steal millions of dollars. Now there are things that criminals do that they use like coin mixers and there's networks like Monero and stuff that can help. But even then, a lot of people still get caught. And it's because you always have to on and off ramp your crypto. You always have to use some kind of centralized exchange to basically turn your crypto back into fiat or vice versa. Um, Unless you're using like some kind of peer-to-peer market where you're selling crypto directly to a person and they're like giving you cash in hand or something. But there's basically always a paper trail. Um, so I wouldn't say that you should necessarily be worried about KYC. I don't know specifically why you would be worried. If it's just like for privacy reasons, it's kind of hard to avoid KYC if you're in crypto. Um, but Tangem doesn't like specifically have any KYC. Like Tangem is a self-custodial uh, cold wallet. It's not a centralized wallet. That said, the if you use features that Tangem offers, like if you're using the buy, sell, swap, or stake feature, then those features are offered by centralized exchanges, and they may or may not require KYC depending how much the amount like you're transacting with. So hopefully that answered your question. If not, if you want to clarify or something, just drop another comment. You don't have to send me anything. I'll take a look at it and try to answer it. And thank you again. Okay, let's see. Let me see something here. Okay. Okay. Weston Blair. I got a tangent after watching your videos. Appreciate the breakdown videos. Made it easy for me to choose and protect my crypto. Awesome. Thanks for sharing your experience, and I'm glad that my videos were helpful. And this is down in the description, guys. But today, or rather tomorrow, I think, the 15th. I know today's the 14th, but the 15th is the last day to take advantage of Tangem Sale. Now, to be honest, I don't know if it ends like today at midnight, which is tomorrow, or if it actually goes all day tomorrow and then ends at 11:59 p.m. tomorrow. Um, I need to get clarification on that, but I probably won't because we're just so close to the sale ending. But point is, Tangem is having a sale, and it's a pretty good sale. Usually, you can get 10% off your wallet using my discount code Cyberskrilla, which is one word. But right now, if you can enter two promo codes when you check out, both of those codes are in the description of this video. Um, so enter the code Cyberskrilla and then enter another code friends and you get 15% off. And this is off your entire order. So it doesn't matter if you're getting like a bunch of cards or a ring, um, whatever it may be, you're going to get 15% off your order. So it's a pretty good deal. You also get free shipping if your order is over $89. So yeah, definitely take advantage of that. Tangem usually has sales. I mean, all the companies do, right, around the holiday seasons. And I honestly don't know when these companies like are planning a sale. I'm always bugging them like, hey, when is your next sale, especially around the holidays, so I can plan and make sure that you are aware as well. But sometimes I don't find out till like, a couple days before or whatever. And then I'm not even allowed to say anything until that day comes. I don't know. Anyways, it's a good deal. If you don't get in on this sale, they'll have more in the future, so it doesn't really matter. Dun, 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 dun. Ivan Ronsky. Does anyone know when Tangem Visa will be available? If you want the latest update on Tangem Visa, if you go to my channel and then go to the live stream section, I think it was the last live stream I did, or maybe the one before that, it should say Tangem Q&A or and Tangem update or something. Um, I talk about the Visa and the most recent updates with that. It should be available this year, but it's not going to be available to everyone. It will only be available in select countries. I believe they're starting in Europe. Definitely won't be available in the US at first. That has been confirmed. So, Julie K, If Tangem comes out with a debit card here in the US, if you're not selling your crypto, will you pay taxes if you use the debit card? Um, yeah, this is a really tricky topic, kinda, and I'm also not a tax expert or a tax advisor. However, in the US, anytime you dispose of an asset, crypto, anytime you dispose of crypto, disposing could be um, selling it for fiat cash, that's disposing of it, or swapping it for one crypto for another, that's disposing of it, or even paying someone in crypto because they provided you with some kind of service, they mowed your lawn, or you bought something from them, that is also disposing of your crypto. Disposing of your crypto is a taxable event, and whether you made or lost money, you would have to pay capital gains tax on it, or if you lost money on it, then it would go towards your losses. But yeah, that's something that we're definitely going to need to consider, and I'm wondering what Tangem thinks about that. Because when you sell, like, if we're spending crypto at the grocery store, it will technically be a taxable event. That said, if we're spending stable coins, which is pegged to the price of, the US dollar, or in some cases, I guess, gold. But if we're spending cryptocurrency that is the equivalent of our native currency, even though it's technically a taxable event, there wouldn't be like any taxable it wouldn't be taxable because there would be no gains or losses. So it kind of depends how it's going to work out. And again, I'm not a tax expert. That's just kind of my understanding of it. Beyond imaginary line, can I reset and update my tangem from password to key phrases? So that's kind of a couple questions. Like, you can change your access code, which is the password that's specific to your Tangem card. You can change that by going to the settings, and then you just have to. I don't remember exactly where it's at, but it'll say change access code. So if you just want to do that, you could change that in your settings without having to reset your wallet or anything. Um, but if you're looking to, like, basically reset your entire Tangem wallet set, then you would need to do a factory reset. And this could be a potential risk depending how your crypto or how your wallet's set up right now. If you don't have a seed phrase and you have crypto on your Tangem wallet, and then you do a factory reset without moving the crypto off your wallet, it's gone because you literally just essentially erase the keys to the wallet. So if you're trying to factory reset your card so you can, like, set up a new seed phrase or something, I highly recommend going into YouTube, typing in, um, I know I just mentioned this earlier, but just want to make sure it still pops up. Let me see here. Here, I could probably show you too. Let's see. Tangent wallet seed phrase. Let me show you the exact video. Let me show you. So if you're looking to reset your Tangem wallet, maybe you want to add a seed phrase, or you want to factory reset it. This video right here is set up your Tangem wallet without a seed phrase, quick fix. This video shows you how to factory reset your Tangem wallet safely without losing your crypto. Um, so that's the video you want to watch. Okay. What is? What is? A1. So no probs with seed phrase being shown on phone screen with Tangem app. Nope, there haven't been any issues with that. I also have a video, if you type in on YouTube, Tangem Wallet no screen, where I go over the different security features of the app and how they have made it as secure as it is. For example, like, now I don't recommend doing this, but I tried it because I made a video about it and I wanted to make sure that it was true. Um, but if you're setting up your Tangem wallet and the seed phrase is displayed on your phone screen, if you try to screen record it while your seed phrase is being shown, and then you go and play back that video, and same thing if you take a screenshot, it actually shows up blank. And those are just some of the examples of how Tangem has made the app secure so that even if someone were watching you, they actually wouldn't be able to see the seed phrase. And there have been no there's never been any issues of someone's Tangem wallet being compromised because um, the app was compromised when they were setting it up or something. Dave Villa, not a Tangem specific question, but if I use a Tangem wallet to accept Bitcoin, who don't know my name and I never use an exchange, will the IRS know if I'm only using it peer to peer? Um, no, they wouldn't. Yeah, so if you just have like a Tangem wallet and say your friend has crypto um, on an exchange or on his wallet and he just sends it straight to your crypto wallet, there's not going to be a paper trail necessarily leading you as an individual back to um, like your crypto wallet to you. Now, there would still be ways to track this if someone really wanted to, because someone is still sending you crypto. So there is still a trail. So it would depend on how that person got their crypto. But there's always some kind of trail. So if that person who sent you the Bitcoin had bought it on an exchange, it arrived in his wallet, then he sent it to your wallet, just reverse those steps. And you could kind of see like, okay, it went from this wallet address to this individual on this exchange. Um, but no, it would be difficult for like someone to pinpoint whose crypto that was as a human. Easy as a wallet address, but difficult connecting it to an actual human. Quince Quin Quintin Steele one. I don't know. I probably butchered that name. So sorry. I have a Tangem 2 card set up. I purchased from Crypto Wendy. Sealed it to me. I have not used it yet. I have Decent Wallet, SafePal, and Tangem. So you have 2 Tangem cards that you've never set up and used. I mean, as long as you bought it from Tangem's website, I don't know why you wouldn't set it up or use it. It's a great wallet in my opinion, one of my favorites. So I definitely at least recommend, it doesn't hurt to set it up and like mess around with it, even if you don't put crypto on it. So there's no reason you shouldn't set it up, in my opinion. As far as Decent Wallet, that is not a wallet I recommend. Reason being is it is 100% closed source, meaning the code is kept secret by the makers, not even like their app or anything. Like everything about Decent is closed source, which really just means there's no way for anyone publicly to verify what they say is true. So, like, no one, if you have the technical skills to read the code, you can't go in and see like how the keys are generated or if they know your keys or anything like that. So that's like the main reason I don't recommend Decent. And maybe I have a Decent wallet. I've used it. It's okay. It has the biometric and stuff, which is cool. And the reason you see a lot of YouTubers recommend Decent is because, or at least this is my theory. Back when I got the Decent wallet, they reached out to me and they said, for every video you post, not wallet you sell, but video you post, if I just made a video about Decent, they would pay me, I think it was like $50. Um, and I'm assuming they offer that to basically every influencer that they could get in contact with. So if you see someone promoting a lot of Decent videos, um, it might be because they're getting paid money to actually make those videos. Now, I've never personally been paid money to make a certain video. The way that I make money is through affiliate links, meaning if you use my link to buy a wallet, I get a small commission from the company at no additional cost to you, of course. So that's basically how I make my money. I don't take like paid sponsorships or anything from brands, or I'm not paid to make certain videos and I'm not paid to say certain things about certain wallets or products. Um, so that's a little fun fact. TC, I'm trying to decide between the Tangem 3 card option and Ledger Nano option. What are your thoughts for a long-term Bitcoin holder? Um, yeah, really, again, it kind of just depends what you want to do with your wallet. I'm not sure which Ledger Nano you're considering. There's the Nano S Plus, which is this one, and then there is the Nano X. Both pretty similar, but the Nano S Plus doesn't have a battery, so you do need to plug it in to use it. And I think you could technically plug it into Ledger Live, like to your phone using USB-C, but I'm not sure it will work with Ledger Live. Whereas the Nano X, it has Bluetooth, so you can use it with your phone. So it kind of depends on what you're looking for. Um, Another thing about the S Plus is it doesn't have a battery, whereas the Nano X does. So that might be something you want to consider when thinking more long term. Batteries fail, it just happens. Like I said, I bought this Nano X in late 2020. The battery failed a couple years later. See, I can't turn it on. But if I plug it in, which I can't do right now, if I plug it in, it will turn on. Um, so I guess not a big deal if the battery dies, but something to consider. Whereas Tangem, it doesn't have a battery either. Tangem is also the most durable wallet on the market. It's IP68 rated, so it's waterproof. It's resistant to extreme temperatures. There's like an insane video on YouTube. I think Tangem posted it, and it's literally a guy. He's putting this in dry ice. He's boiling it. He shot it with a gun, and then he also used like a hammer to put a bunch of pressure on it, and then he scanned it after all that. So it is the most durable wallet on the market, which is something I consider when I hear the word long term. You want to consider durability. So I don't think either one is a bad option for long term Bitcoin storage. I would say the more important thing is that you want to make sure the keys to your wallet are secured over time. So the seed phrase, because um, at the end of the day, cold wallets are, it's technology. Technology fails eventually, right? So the most important thing you can do is ensure that your seed phrase remains safe. That way, if your wallet is ever destroyed or you need to, get a new one because you lost it or something, you can just import your seed phrase into that new wallet. So that's what I would say when thinking long term is consider how you're going to store your keys and actually have the way that I recommend storing keys is not on a piece of paper because that's just a terrible idea. But I store my seed phrase in a metal seed phrase plate. This one is from Keystone. Um, you can also order them on Amazon. There's a bunch of different options, but I can't open this one up because there's a seed phrase in it. However, it is solid, and this is fireproof, somewhat, water. It's corrosion resistant because it's 304 stainless steel. They also have titanium options. I think they have like a bunch of different options if you look on Amazon. So that's how I would store my seed phrase. Um, and then it doesn't matter too much which wallet you get because you'll always be able to access your crypto as long as you have your seed phrase. Long story short, Eric's Crypto Corner. Hey, Skrilla, I found Tangent because of your channel. Love the seedless option, and I test my 3 cards regularly to make sure they all work. Thanks for your awesome info on cold storage. Yeah, it's actually a good point, Eric. Like any hardware wallet you have, it's always a good idea to pull it out of storage, wherever that may be, and make sure that it still works. This doesn't just go for Tangent, this goes for any wallet. Because it would suck if one day, for some reason, that time comes and you're ready to take you're ready to take profit, you're ready to sell your crypto, and then you go to access your wallet and it doesn't work. Now, in a pinch, you could technically like enter your seed phrase into a hot wallet and sell it that way. Um, but there's risks in doing that as well. So yeah, that's a good point. Always, you know, pull your wallet out of storage and check that it works once in a while. A1, it's why I never like ETH. No reason for those high transactions at all. A1's referring to, we were talking about Ethereum network fees earlier and how during a bull market they get absolutely ridiculous. In 2021, they were like hundreds of dollars just to transact, like literally just to press a buy button. So yeah, Ethereum is insane. That's one reason why I like Solana. I like paying 1 cent versus $100. It's a lot better. Maxwell, thanks for the seed phrase tip for setting up Tangem. Can I stake Solana and Ethereum on Tangem? If so, how do I do it efficiently? So, the last video that I just posted on my channel is literally titled How to Stake Crypto Safely. And in that video, I show you how to stake Solana using the Tangem wallet. So, go check that out. You can't stake Ethereum in Tangem, it's just not a crypto that's supported to natively stake yet. Um, but maybe in the future. But you can stake Solana right now. A1, you can still use Tangem even if you could have unknown malware on phone or just have a crypto only phone. I do not have a crypto only phone, and there is no known malware that can affect the Tangem app. And even if there were, I'm not sure how much of a risk it would be because the keys to your crypto aren't stored in the app or on your phone. They're stored offline on the Tangem card. So I guess the potential risk could be when you're initially setting up your wallet for the brief minute where your seed phrase is exposed. Um, that would be my worry, but that's never happened. And again, if you go watch that video, if you type in on YouTube, Tangem wallet, no screen, is it safe? Um, Tangem, the app has a bunch of security features built in that would prevent someone from being able to like look at anything in your Tangem wallet, even if it was compromised. So, Suzuki, hola. Thanks for bringing us all the tutorials on the Tangem cards. Yes, I'm glad that you enjoyed them. Thanks for joining the live stream. Mike M. Hey man, just wanted to say hi from the UK. Just wanted to learn, just wanted to say learn loads last couple weeks. Keystone on order, but Tangem. Yeah, thanks, Mike. I'm glad that you found the channel helpful and glad that you're learning. Keystone is a good wallet, not one that I recommend to beginners. Doesn't mean that a beginner can't use it. It's just not one that I would recommend to beginner because it is a little more difficult to use. But if you want a super user-friendly wallet, Tangem is it. So, Winston, new baby eating your brain. It's because earlier I said that my brain wasn't functioning, and I'm a fairly new dad, and new parent life. The nights are long, the sleep is minimal, and yeah, but here we are, we're doing it. And glory to God because there's nothing like having a child. Okay, Suzuki, Ethereum gas prices are currently around 1.6 Gwei, down from 2.034 yesterday. This translates to roughly 16 cents per transaction. So yeah, Ethereum is still very cheap right now, which is great if you are transacting on the Ethereum network. Thanks for sharing that. Elite Savior, Visa cartel censoring purchases. This is why privacy coins are important. Alrighty. Little Money Man, can you do a video on Tangem Wallet import with a passphrase? I actually already have a video all about that. Not only how to import a passphrase on a Tangem Wallet, but how to create a new one. Let me bring it up here. How to, let me. So some of you probably know, but a lot of you might not know. I actually have two YouTube channels. I created a Tangem specific channel like 8 months ago or something called Tangem Answers. I haven't posted there in a long time. But the reason I made that channel is because there were so many questions about Tangem, and I didn't want to like flood the main channel with, a bunch of Tangem wallet videos because I know not everyone is a fan of Tangem, which is fine. Um, but just out of respect for my viewers, I wanted to put a lot of the content on a separate channel, which is on Tangem Answers, and that's where that video lives. So let me bring it up and I'll show you where you can watch it. Tangem wallet passphrase. Okay, yeah, here it is. Let me show you. Let me show you. So this is my other channel, Tangem Answers. That's me. Yes, I had long hair there. But this is a video that you want to watch, Little Money Man. Tangem Wallet C. Oh, wait, sorry. That's completely false. That's not the one you want to watch. You want to watch this one. Looks like this: passphrase setup. Make your Tangem wallet more secure, passphrase setup tutorial. I need to change that title because it might not be the best. But yeah, that's the video you want to watch, and it will show you how to set up a passphrase using your Tangem wallet. Shoot. I got to go back to my live stream here. Okay. John Foley. Hi. Just read online that they're taking certain crypto wallets off the Play Store unless they are FinCEN compliant. Did you hear about phishing scams they've called third guy who had John, so I think that was actually reversed. I think after the backlash, they said they weren't taking crypto wallets off the Play Store. I could be wrong, but the last I heard is that they aren't doing that. That said, that's not going to affect these self-custodial wallets like Tangem or any like legit company, Ledger, whatever it may be. Um, so as long as you're using a reputable wallet, that's not a concern. Mike M. Tandem Ring feels like a good last resort. It's definitely Tangem Ring is definitely one of my favorite wallets, especially if you travel. Julie K. Had to change my password on my Tangem cards. It only allowed me to scan two of them. The third one still has the old password. Not sure how to change the third. Hmm. Without actually like going through the steps myself and kind of seeing like what the app was saying or why you wouldn't be able to do that. It's hard to troubleshoot just here. Um, so yeah, I'm not sure on that. Definitely would reach out to Tangem and tell them your exact situation, and they might be able to help you. Crypto Seeker, Win Visa. Visa should be coming by the end of this year, but it will not be available in the US right now. It should be available in Europe at first, probably hitting US markets. And who's to say that? I know a lot of you aren't even in the US, so it doesn't really matter. Um, but I'm in the US, so yeah, Visa should be coming Q4 of this year, and then hitting, a broader market probably throughout next year. So QDK is swapping the same as converting. Yes, it is. Earth prospecting. How difficult is it to sell XRP on Tangem? Not difficult at all. You press the sell button, you enter how much you want to sell. You will have to sign up for like whatever third party exchange Tangem uses to sell XRP, which is the same as signing up for any crypto exchange. Um, so, enter your email address, create a password, probably link your bank account. Um, but after that, it's extremely straightforward. You literally just hit the sell button, tell it how much you want to sell, and it's that easy. Tasha speaks up. Hi, I'm having trouble just for now. How to move my money over to Coinbase wallet. Um, so you're having trouble transferring crypto from Tangem to Coinbase or to Coinbase Wallet because Coinbase and Coinbase Wallet are two completely different things. I can't really give you any advice or tips without, kind of knowing more about your situation. So I'm sorry. John Foley, they said there was a threat to the exchange. He gave his seed phrase and they took 1 million from him. I'm not sure what you're referring to, but all I'll say to that is never give anyone your seed phrase. That's like crypto security 101. Karen TC, if you're trying to not keep all your eggs in one basket, is it safe to have two wallets in the Tangem app or better to pick another brand entirely? Personally, I don't think it's not safe to use like two of the same wallets. Like you can think of a wallet as a seed phrase. So as long as you have two separate seed phrases, you have two separate wallets, and that's the important thing. Um, as long as you have two separate seed phrases, you're effectively diversifying your crypto. So you technically don't even need two physical cold wallet devices to do that. It's just a lot easier because most cold wallets only allow you to manage one seed phrase at a time. Um, but yeah, I don't see any issue with using, like, if you want to buy two sets of Tangent wallets and have them in the app and have their own seed phrase to each one and their own key to each one. I think that's fine. Personally, I have several Tangem wallets set up in my single app. So, will Tangem add RLUSD from the XRPL? I only see ETH network. I'm not sure on that. Usually, they add stuff if they get enough requests from their users. And I'd say Tangem is probably the best at listening to feedback from their users. And they, I mean, y'all could disagree with me if you want, but out of all the wallet companies that I've worked with, Tangem is they're the best in terms of like actually listening to their users and trying to give them what they want without sacrificing security or anything like that. So if enough people request it, it could happen. Let's see where we at here. Also, thank you everyone for being here on this live stream. If you're just joining or joined a bit ago, this is the first vertical live stream that I've done like this, and I wanted to try it out because I was honestly sitting here working on another video that I'm going to post next week, and my brain just wasn't working. I kind of hit a wall, so I was like, okay, I'm just going to jump on YouTube, and then I saw, you know, go live button, and I was like, well, shoot, maybe I'll just try going live, doing a vertical. So here we are. But that said, it's a perfect time to do it. And the reason I titled it Tangem QA, Tangem, what did I say? Tangem Wallet Quick Q&A is because I'm answering your questions. And Tangem is having a sale right now that ends tomorrow. And that sale is 15% off your entire order. And all you have to do to get that 15% off is enter two discount codes at checkout. One is Cyberskrilla. That's one word. It's the name of the channel you're watching, Cyberskrilla. And then the other word that you want to enter is friends. That's 5% off. So that'll get you 15% off your entire order. And you get free shipping if your order is over $89. And again, that ends, I think it ends tomorrow, if not tonight at 11:59 p.m. But I think tomorrow is the last day. Also, if you want like a visual of those discount codes, I left them both in the description of this live stream, along with a link to Tangem. If you want to click the link, if you don't want to click the link, you don't have to. You can just go to Tangem's website on your own and enter those discount codes and still get the 15% off. So Mike M. Learned loads. Thank you. Man bun or no? Only joking. Yeah, I did have a man bun a few months ago, which is what you see. Like if you watch some of my older videos or you watch my other channel, Tangem Answers, I have a bit of a man bun going on. Honestly, it was just too much to manage, man. So I cut it off. Now we're almost, yeah, it's not very long. I was gonna say we're getting back to it, but we're really not. A1. I never get why someone ever gives out seed. It's never needed by anyone, not by your exchange, not by anyone. Yeah, there is never ever no reason at all to give out your seed phrase to anyone. The only time and the only reason someone would ever need your seed phrase is that they want full access and control over your crypto. So, uh, unfortunately, a lot of people don't understand that. That's the issue. It's a lack of just education, I guess. Zombie line, should I swap coins for USDT on Tangem or less fees to send back to exchange? In my experience, swapping on Tangem is very comparable to swapping on a centralized crypto exchange. For me, I use Coinbase and I did the exact same transaction on Tangem and Kraken. Did I say Coinbase? I don't use Coinbase. I just want to make that clear. But yeah, anyways, I did the exact same swap transaction on Kraken and on Tangem, and the fees were exactly the same, almost like within 30 cents. So when you're swapping, I'd say you're okay to do it on Tangem. The fees aren't going to be any crazier. However, if you're buying or selling crypto, the fees are more expensive when you do it through Tangem because those third party um, partners that they use do charge more fees versus if you just do it on an exchange. Serge, hi, I'm glad to see you again. Well, thank you for being here. LT Man, hello from Chicago. What's going on? Thanks for joining the live stream. Rafael Rivera on Tangem, can I create my own seed phrase? So Tangem wallets don't let you. No, sorry, no crypto wallet lets you generate, like, you can't create your own seed phrase using your own words. All seed phrases are derived from the BIP 39 word list, which is a list of um, like 2,048 words. And from that list, that's how seed phrases are derived. So yeah, you can't like choose which words go in your seed phrase. However, Tangem uses a random number generator, which is what wallets use to generate completely random seed phrases. And the possible combination of seed phrases that can be made from the BIP 39 word list is a number so big, I don't even know how to say it. I think it's one with over 100 zeros after it. That's the possible number of combinations. And I did the math, and you are more likely to get struck by lightning every day of your life and survive than someone is of guessing your seed phrase. Like that's how many possible combinations there are. So you can't create your own seed phrase, but it does generate a completely random seed phrase on your behalf. That said, if you use a passphrase, and I won't go too deep on this, but a passphrase, aka hidden wallet, is a feature that a lot of wallets offer, and it allows you to add an additional word or phrase on top of your existing seed phrase, and it creates a completely separate wallet. So then you need the seed phrase and your passphrase combo to access that wallet. That's one way you can essentially create your own seed phrase. However, you just have to know how to do it. So yeah. Okay, and we are getting some. Like, I still don't know what these are. Like when someone sends like a gift or like Baka just sent $5 and said good luck. I don't know if that's a super chat or something, but thank you so much for sending that. That is extremely generous of you, and I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Let's see, we got another one. Karen sent me 9.99. Thank you so much. You guys are way too generous. Thank you. That is very kind of you. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, did I answer your question, Raphael? Hopefully I did. A1, you could have small amount on one set for only hot wallet stuff like airdrop, then move it to a cold wallet after. Yep, exactly. Um, yeah, I'm not I'm not anti hot wallets or software wallets. I wonder if a lot of people think that about me. So I use hot wallets pretty often. I just don't store crypto there. Like you treat a hot wallet like a burner wallet or kind of like your checking account, but with the not the expectation, but the realization that your hot wallet could be hacked. So you don't want to keep a lot of crypto on there, but you also don't want to use your cold wallet for connecting to different websites and stuff. So you kind of treat it as a burner wallet. You do what you need to do with it, and then you get your crypto off there. So that's a good point. We got another one from OZK Alt uh, sent $5. Skrilla, the time to diversify into gold and silver, get on the new gold standard is now. Um, yeah, I mean, crypto is not the only investment option. It's also not the best investment option, in my opinion. Um, Funny to say because, this is a crypto channel, if you want to call it that, but like 99% of crypto is gambling. I don't see it as an actual investment. That's just my opinion. You probably have different opinions, but yeah, just because someone like invests in crypto or gambles in crypto doesn't mean that there aren't other alternative investments out there like gold or silver or real estate or invest in your own business or whatever it may be, right? So that's a good point. Okay. Lava Flames, how can I be as safe as possible when generating a seed phrase on my phone? And how exactly does generating a seed phrase mechanism work? And what if I have malicious files or apps? So you're talking about the Tangem app. If you're generating a seed phrase, the most important thing that you could do is to make sure you're using the official Tangem app, which again you could download on Tangem. or you could get the link on Tangem's website, or just double check that the developer in the App Store says Tangem AG. That's the most important thing you could do, um, because the official Tangem app, there's no known malware that can infiltrate it. I would say the next thing, obviously, is make sure you're generating your seed phrase in like a private setting. You don't want to, do it at your coffee shop or anywhere where there's public cameras looking over your shoulder. You want to do it, um, you know, blinds closed in a dark room in the corner. Not really, but really, you do want to do it in a private setting. That would be the main things. Arlene Fuller, my Tangem stopped updating pricing. I checked for updates and it is current. Should I delete the app and reinstall? You could definitely do that. Um, I would be curious if this was just for a specific network that it's not updating for, if it's for all networks, because if it's a specific network and the prices aren't updating, it could just be like an API issue on their end where it's not basically communicating correctly. Or maybe like Solana, for example, experiences a lot of connection issues. So it could be something like that. Or it could be a local issue where you, like maybe you have a bad Wi Fi connection or something like that. So, Tom Starkey, thank you so much, Tom. Uh, Mm, Let's see what Tom said. As it is hard to figure out how to use crypto so that it suits you as an individual, I appreciate that Alex helps us to keep our crypto safe. Thank you so much, Tom. That is so nice of you to say. And yeah, thank you for sending that. You're too generous, really. And I'm happy to be able to help people secure their crypto. That is a passion of mine because I'm not going to lie, guys. The crypto space is a cesspool. Uh, there's just so much going on in crypto and it's so confusing for the average person, which I'm an average person. Yes, it is even still confusing to me oftentimes, but it's just so easy to get scammed or to make the wrong move. That's why I made this channel, because when I first got into crypto there weren't a lot of good resources to learn about how the technology works, and a lot of it was hidden behind a paywall. And the cool thing about paywall, or not about paywall, the cool thing about YouTube is that it's free. So I like to share, as much value as I can for free. I don't hide it behind a paywall. I don't have like a course or anything like that. Which I have considered doing that. I actually considered opening like a paid community, or maybe even like a free community. I ended up not doing it, um, just because like I'm pretty tight on time as it is running the channel. I recently hired a video editor who has definitely helped out. Um, but yeah, it's just a lot of work. So, anyways, thank you, Tom. Let's see. Miss Copper Colored. What are we doing here? Let's see. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to find where I was. Okay. Can you change your existing 12-word seed phrase to a 24-word seed phrase? You can't change the seed phrase once it's already generated. You would just have to reset your wallet and set it up again using a 24-word seed phrase, which is an option you could do. LT man, I've learned so much on cold wallets from your videos. Thank you. I'm ready to buy Tangem or Ledger stacks. Please let me know your opinion. Two completely different wallets. Both are really good. I mean, you can't go wrong with either one, honestly. I say the most important thing is to make sure that the wallet you buy supports the cryptocurrencies that you want to hold, because that's one of the number one mistakes that I see from people who are buying who buy wallets is they get it and then they're like, well, it doesn't even support the crypto that I have. That's something you want to check before. Um, but honestly, I don't think you can go wrong with either one. It just comes down to personal preference. I still believe to my core, Tangem is the most user friendly and convenient cold wallet on the market. That doesn't mean it's the best for you. That's just my opinion. Um, and I really like the Ledger Stacks and the Ledger Flex. One thing I will say about the Ledger Stacks, which I don't have it with me right now, is basically the exact same wallet as the Ledger Flex. Now, the main difference, the difference the Stacks has over the Flex, The Stacks, this is the Flex. The Stacks has a slightly larger screen and it's curved, so it actually curves around the side. So that's one difference. And then the other difference is it offers wireless charging. So if you wanted to just save money and you like the style and size of the Flex, that would be an option too. Um, but if you really like the Stacks, then it's an awesome wallet as well. But you can't go wrong with either Tangem or the Ledger Stacks. Another another donation here. Thank you so much. Skrilla, have you considered picking up some Paxos Gold or Kinesis Silver backed by cryptocurrency? Honestly, I haven't because I haven't looked into that at all. Um, so I would maybe consider it, but I would have to do my research first. So that's all I have to say about that. Du-du-du-du. Mike M, HODL Bitcoin or DeFi? Mike, is that a question? I'm not sure. Should you HODL Bitcoin or should you DeFi? I don't know. Suzuki, I haven't looked too much into Tangem wallets. Do they support BSC, XRP, Chain, AVEX, and Tron? Well, shoot, my other phone died. I know it supports, actually, I can just go to Tangems. If you're ever wondering, if you want to find out what coins or tokens a wallet supports, every hardware wallet website has the tokens page on their website where you can literally search for your coins. That's what you want to do before you buy a wallet. So I can do that right now. I'm on Tangem's website, and let's look up these coins real time and see if they support it. So this is Tangem's website. I just searched, and for anyone who's wondering if you wanna look here, this is just tangem.com, and then you scroll down. I think I passed it. Oh yeah, right here. Assets 2000s of cryptocurrency. So you just go here and then you can search. So I just search for BSC and I'll hit enter. So it looks like it does support Binance Bridge USDT on the BNB Smart Chain. So it's BSC USD. So it supports that. I know Tangem supports XRP right there. And it also tells you what network it supports it on. So it supports XRP on the Ledger, on the BNB Smart Chain, and BNB Beacon Chain. Pod Chain. Let's see. Oops. Go down here. Pod Chain. Shoot, I can't spell. So I don't see Pod Chain on here, so I don't think it supports that. AVIX. It does support Avalanche on Avalanche and oops. BNB Smart Chain, and then Tron. It does support Tron. I know that. So it supports most of those, yeah. But yeah, if you want to check yourself, just oh shit, just go to the website. Do-do-do. Suzuki. Thanks, Alex. Too bad Tangent's not supporting the PA chain blockchain or their native token, PA, or Wrap PA on Ethereum. Hoping they see this. Thank you so much for your donation, Suzuki. And they actually probably do support Wrapped PA. They support Pawpaw on on Solana, but if Wrapped Paw or WPaw is an ERC20 token, then Tangem supports it because uh, if a wallet supports a network, then it usually supports all the tokens that exist on that network. So if WPaw exists on Ethereum as an ERC20 token, then it does support that coin. I just want to make that clear, or that token. And thank you so much, Suzuki. Thank you. Suzy, what you prefer, Tangem or Trezor? I currently have Trezor, but want to switch to Tangem so I can carry it and do my jobs quick. Trezor is not mobile. I think you answered your own question there, Kuzi. like both Trezor and Tangem are good wallets. I would trust both of them to secure my crypto. But from the sounds of it, you want something that is a little more convenient to use. And as you pointed out, Trezor is desktop and Tangem is mobile, and you just use it with your phone, and it's super easy. Um, so for that, yeah, I would say Tangem. And again, if you're just joining the live stream, welcome. If you've been here for a while, thank you so much. Also, I didn't host a specific live stream for this, but I still might because I wanted to do something special. But the channel recently hit 100,000 subscribers. So woohoo! Thank you everyone who is subscribed. Now I know like subscribers is such a vanity metric, so it is what it is. But it's cool nonetheless. I get one of those YouTube plaques and all that good stuff. Um, but yeah, we're at 103,000 subscribers right now, so it's still going on up. But I totally lose track. I just go off on tangents here. Oh yeah, I was gonna say if you're just joining, Tangem is having a sale right now. If you are looking to get a Tangem wallet, you get 15% off your entire order. That's for all their products, all their cards, all the card designs, the Tangem Ring. And all you have to do to get that discount is just go to their website, add whatever you want to your shopping cart, and then you just enter two promo codes. The first one is Cyber Skrilla, one word. If you don't know how to spell that, that's literally the name of the channel you're watching, except it's one word instead of two. And then you enter a second discount code, which is friends. And if you want to see both of those codes on the screen, just go to the description of this live stream, and I dropped both of those discount codes in the description for you. So yeah, if you've been considering or thinking about getting a Tangem wallet or Tangem Ring, or you're trying to add another one to your collection, or maybe you're trying to get your family into crypto and you realize Tangem is the most user-friendly wallet, right now is a good time to do that with the 15% off sale. So that's my little spiel right there. Baka is now a premium subscriber. Thank you so much. That is extremely kind of you. Thank you for being a premium subscriber. I really appreciate you. That's awesome. You guys have been so generous on this stream, which I totally did not expect. So thank you so much. Um, and yeah, thank you everyone for chilling with me today. This has been really fun. I like this vertical live stream style. If you like this vertical live stream style, let me know in the comments because um, I could do more of them. If you like this style, then I'll definitely do more of these. And the best part about this is, there's not a lot of prep for it. So, if there's something important that we need to talk about or anything like that, I could just power on the old telephone and jump on a live stream with you guys. So it's pretty fun. Okay, okay, guys. I'm trying to keep up with the chat section here. Oh my goodness, what's going on here? Hold on. Oh my goodness. Where are we at here, guys? I'm so lost in my chat right now. I don't even know the last chat that I read. Oh my goodness. You were all savages. So many questions. Uh, okay, I guess I'll just go to the top of. Hey, what's going on, Mike? Mike is Mike Mike is the new editor here on the channel, and he's been absolutely crushing it. If you've watched the past like 5 videos, um, that was Mike. That was Mike's doing. So shout out to Mike for being the number one editor in the crypto space. Oh, there's too many comments. Jeez. Sorry, I'm like totally lost now with all these with all the chat here. So maybe I need to read them off my computer because for some reason it's stopped showing up on the mobile. I'm obviously behind on chats because a while ago I asked if you were on your PC or phone. Let's see, Spanish Chicken PC, Travis Scott's on his phone, Miss J phone, Terrence phone. Tasha speaks up on your phone. Bradley's on mobile. Stellerin's on phone. Okay, I think iPad. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna hold on here, guys. Sorry, I'm so lost right now. I'll probably just pick up like wherever I can with this comment. I'm just gonna choose one. Spanish chicken, is blowfin a good exchange? I've heard of it. I've never used it. I can't comment on whether it's a good exchange or not. Nobody said waiting for my 3 card set to arrive this Saturday. Heck yeah. Yeah, let me know. Nobody, let me know how you like your Tangem wallet. You could just drop a comment on one of the videos and let me know how you like it. A1. If you don't know about an airdrop and it is a weird coin you never have had, don't open it. It can hurt you. Um, yeah. So A1 is talking about like sometimes you'll receive random cryptocurrencies in your wallet and you're just like, what the heck? How did that get there? Um, Most wallets will hide these tokens automatically. And if they don't, there's like a setting like Ledger. I know they have a setting that will like hide suspicious coins. So simply having these tokens in your wallet is not a risk. Like you're not going to get hacked. Anyone can send crypto to your wallet. If I know your wallet address, like right now, I could send random crypto to your wallet. It's kind of like the same as if you know someone's email address, you can send them an email without gaining access to their email. It's the same with crypto wallets. um, but you don't want to interact with those wallets, so or with those cryptocurrencies. Usually, just simply interacting with them won't compromise your wallet, but a lot of those times, those coins will be, they'll be, like, locked or something, so it'll go to send it or sell it, and then it'll pop up and say, "Oh, you can't sell this coin. Click on this link to, figure out why or whatever," and then it takes you to a phishing link, so that's kinda how that scam works. Travis Scott, with ban on wallets, if not licensed by federal US or EU, will Tangem still be safe? Tangem has already commented on this. Yes, they are still safe because they are legit. Also, I think this ban has not gone into effect. I think I mean, I could be wrong actually. I'm not gonna act like I know that. I thought I read something that they were pausing that ban, but maybe I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure it's not in effect here in the US at least. But yeah, Tangem is safe, and so will any other reputable wallet company be. Jeff Antho, I ordered the three card Tangem. What do I do with the last card here? I only use two. Unfortunately, you need a minimum of 2 cards to set up one Tangem wallet. So if you only use 2 of the 3 cards, that extra card is basically worthless unless you get another card. Um, so you should have just set all 3 of them up, honestly. That way you had multiple backups. So, like, I guess what you could do now, you could either order another set of Tangent, like you could order a 2 pack, and then you could add that extra card you have to the 2 pack and essentially have a new wallet that has 3 cards associated with it. That's one option. If you don't want to do that, you could factory reset the 2 cards that are set up. And then I'm not sure if you set it up with or without a seed phrase. If you set it up with the seed phrase, you could factory reset your cards and then import the seed phrase onto all 3 cards. That way, you're utilizing all 3 cards. If you didn't use the seed phrase, you would have to factory reset all the cards and then create a completely new wallet. Now, there is a right and a wrong way to do that process because you could lose your crypto. Um, and I have a video on that. If you go to just go to YouTube and type in missed seed phrase Tangem, I walk you through the entire process on how to reset your Tangem wallet, how to factory reset it safely so that you don't lose your crypto if you want to do something like add a seed phrase. What's going on here? What's going on here? Okay. Oh my goodness. What are we doing? Dun, dun. Terrence N. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Wow. Terrence says returning the Tangem discount code savings directly to you for the honest and information, especially not your keys, not your crypto. Thank you. Thank you so much, Terrence. That is incredibly generous of you to do. Holy crap. Um, thank you so much. That's crazy. Thank you guys. Oh my goodness. Kind of overwhelmed with all the kindness in here. Okay, we keep moving forward. John loves Spain. Just ordered. Thank you very much. Cool. Awesome, John. Hope you enjoy your Tangem wallet. As always, if you have any questions, you can just drop a comment on any of my videos, and I do my best to respond to comments, but it has been so insane lately. I think this last month I got like 2,500 comments on the channel, um, and I try to respond to all of them, but it's becoming a difficult task to do. Julie K, does Tangem use a third party to buy, sell, and swap? Yes. Um, all those features that are provided by any cold wallet are not native features to the wallet company. They use third party providers. Usually, I mean, there's a lot of different providers, but a lot of the hardware wallet companies like Ledger, Trezor, Tangem, they use a lot of these same partners. Suzuki, for an undermined amount of time until you can provide enough proof. Okay, answering another question. LT man, I'm ready to buy a cold wallet. Your suggestion, please. Tangem or Ledger Stacks. I already answered that one. Black Falcon 235. I have multiple wallets. Can you have multiple seed phrases or do you use the same one? That really just depends. So just think of your seed phrase as your wallet because it is. It's the key to your wallet. So if you want to have multiple crypto wallets, maybe to diversify your crypto holdings, then you would want multiple seed phrases. Crypto 2. I have Ethereum in more than one exchange. I transfer them all using two different ledger, Nano S and Nano X. Do I have to use both Nano devices to move them all back to an exchange? Depends on how those devices are set up. If the Nano S and Nano X use different seed phrases, then yes, you would need to use each one individually to send the crypto. If they share the same seed phrase, which you can do, then no, you can send it all from one device. A1, got a new set of Tangem cards, but also getting new phone. Should I wait until I get new phone to set up new cards or makes no difference? Yeah, it doesn't make a difference. And I've been getting that question a lot actually. So thank you for asking. Like, what happens if you lose your phone or it breaks? How do you access your Tangem app? The cool thing about Tangem is that well, your keys aren't stored in the app or on the car or on the phone. So if you ever need to get a new phone, and your Tangem wallet's already set up, all you have to do with that new phone, step number one, download the Tangem app. Step number two, open the app. Step number three, scan one of your Tangem cards, doesn't matter which one it is, the ones that's already set up. And then it's going to ask you to enter your unique access code. You just enter that, and then you're good to go. You're back into your Tangem wallet, and it's literally that easy. So if you're ever worried about, what happens if your phone breaks or anything, it's super simple to access your Tangem wallet on a new phone. In fact, I have a couple phones that have access to the same Tangem wallet. So the funny thing is, like a lot of you comment on this phone here. It's an iPhone 7, I think. Like, look at this thing. Practically looks like a dinosaur. It even has the physical button still. But this is my wife's old phone that I use in the videos because the phone that I'm live streaming on right now is the one that I'll use to record the footage. So that's why in a lot of my videos I'm using this old iPhone because I'm recording with my new one. So just a little behind the scenes there. Where can I get the promo code? Asks Heidi. So the 15% discount, both those codes are in the description of this live stream. And I'll just tell you right now, enter these two codes at checkout on Tangem's website to get 50% off. The first code is Cyber Skrilla. That's all one word. And if you're wondering how to spell that, it's the name of this channel. except squish the two words together. Um, and the second word you need to enter is friends, and that'll get you an additional 5% off for a total of 15% off your Tangem wallet order. Also, you get free shipping if your order is more than $89. So, yippee ki Esperton is Tangem getting ready to add different colors to the ring, or has that stalled out? I think that's still in their plans. Honestly, I'm not sure. I don't see why they wouldn't, as long as like there's enough demand for the ring, which I don't know if there is. They also mentioned making different wearable wallets. Could be like bracelets, earrings. I don't really know, but those are just some examples. So I think we should expect to see more of that. But but yeah, I don't know for sure. Jason Thrash, I'm planning on no capital gains in the future for American crypto. Yeah, no capital gains tax on crypto would be nice. Shoot, like no tax at all would be nice. Uh, besides like maybe sales tax, or I don't know. Depending on where you live, you might have sales tax, but like no income tax could be nice. I don't know. Lots of different options, but yeah, definitely no capital gains on crypto would be super nice. Tom said tax on top of sales tax. Yeah, yeah, if you're buying, like, products with crypto, you're getting, like, double taxed. Complete garbage. It's also just a failed system, in my opinion. James Wild, thank you for introducing me to Tangem. Kind regard. Thank you, James. And, I kinda wanna go off on a tangent about that, but kinda not. Um, so obviously, I talk about Tangem a lot on the channel, and a lot of people have claimed that, like, I'm sponsored or paid by Tangem, which I've never been sponsored by a company. Um and I make money from Tangem, but not for like making videos or for talking about them. It's just when you use my link, I get a small commission. And that's like, but this is true for every like almost every single hardware wallet company on the market: Ledger, Trezor, Tangem, OneKey, EliPal, Keystone. The list goes on. I'm an affiliate partner for all of those companies. And all that means is if you use my link, when you buy any of those wallets, I do get a small commission, and that's literally how I make my money is to pay my bills. Um, and that's like aside from the Google ads that like play on videos when you watch them, that's the only way this channel makes money. Um, but the back to my point, the reason why I talk about Tangem so much isn't because it has like the biggest affiliate payout or anything like that. In fact, it doesn't. The wallets that cost the most will have the biggest payout because the companies have basically more room to pay you. Tangem is one of the cheapest wallets on the market, average cost of $50 to $60. So my commission is less compared to more expensive wallets. But the reason I recommend Tangem so much is because I understand who I'm talking to. A lot of my content targets beginner people, and when I was a beginner, I wish there were things were easier, and Tangent makes it easy. So I think one of the biggest like walls to get into crypto are the crypto wallets, and Tangent has just done a good job of making it so easy to do. Like if you have a phone and you know how to use it, then you can use a Tangent wallet versus other wallets. You have to plug it in, you have to do a bunch of different things, which can easily be learned. But if you just want to like hurry up and get your crypto off an exchange and secure it using a cold wallet, Tangent's the way to go. It's also like a good foot in the door, or like an introduction to cold storage. Um, so yeah, that's the reason I would recommend Tangent the most, is just because I truly believe it's the most user friendly, and that's what I enjoy using. Um, Out of all my wallets, Tangent is by far the most enjoyable to use, but just depends on what you need. Anyways, Suzuki, I'm on the Tangent website now and I'm trying to find what crypto the wallet supports. Why do they make this so hard? That might be an old comment, because I know we had already figured this out, but it should be right there on the website. And then you just type in whatever crypto you want to see and it'll tell you if it supports it or not. Another comment, Football Sin Corrupción says, the reason why I asked about the KYC is because I don't want to be left outside of the system. I've heard some nightmare stories about people that barely sold their Bitcoin recently. Um, so you're not going to be left out of the system. If you're buying crypto on a centralized crypto exchange and then sending it to your cold wallet, you're going to be okay. Julie K. Okay, some of these are some repeat questions that I'm sure I'm still behind on. One second here. Let's see. Okay. Suzuki, all right. People coming in here for crypto advice. He's already said he's not going to give it. You're on the wrong channel. Huh. Yeah, it's a good point. I don't give out like crypto advice, or I'm not going to tell you which crypto to invest in. And you wouldn't want to invest in the crypto that I buy anyways, because it's extremely volatile and it would drive you crazy and you'd have night sweats and you wouldn't be able to sleep knowing that your portfolio is down 130,000%. So yeah, I don't give crypto, like which crypto to purchase advice on this channel. Uh, I think that's somewhat irresponsible. And the reason a lot of crypto YouTubers do that is for views, and because a lot of these sketchy small crypto projects pay influencers to promote their coins. So that's why I don't do it. Suzuki, Alex, good work watching you a long time. Gotta go. Wifey's home and not crypto friendly. Keeping her happy. Happy wife. Safe for crypto. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much, Suzuki. So generous. And yeah, happy wife, happy life. So you do what you got to do. I appreciate you. Du-du. Okay. Du-du-du. Three things going on. Let's see. Big Johnny D says, I had to reset my access code, but it didn't ask to link the ring back up with it, just the two cards. Now I have the same X. You'll probably have to, if you want to change the access code on your ring, you'll need to actually scan your ring or go to the change access code option and scan your ring and then change it to whatever access code you want. I don't know if that answered your question, but you should be able to change your ring access code just like you changed your card one. If you're not sure what your ring access code, then just change it to one that you know. Let's see. Just Denny said, you made setting up my Tangem wallet so easy. You were helpful with all my crypto needs. Thank you. Thank you so much, Just Denny, for saying that. And I'm glad that I could help. Jason Thrash, your channel is the best for knowledge on wallets. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Jason Thrash, that's why Jake pushes decent. Yeah, earlier I was saying the reason why you might see a lot of videos about Decent on YouTube is because Decent, I don't know if they still do it, but about a year and a half ago, they were reaching out to influencers telling them that they would pay them $50 for every video that they made about Decent. Um, and that's like aside from the affiliate commission that the creator would earn from selling a wallet. So yeah. The Corey Coleman says, so Decent is not open source, right? Isn't that an issue? Yeah, Decent is not open source. It's 100% closed source. And the reason that could be an issue is because there's no way to confirm anything that the manufacturer says is true. So you don't know how your keys are generated or what happens when they're generated. Um, and to be very transparent, Tangem isn't 100% open source. However, the Tangem app is 100% open source. So we can see some important things like how keys are generated and things like that. Most wallets, with the exception of, there are a few, Keystone and Trezor are a couple examples that are 100% open source. But the reason why a lot of wallets are partially closed source, meaning the code is hidden, is because the secure element chips that they use in these wallets are from other companies like Samsung, Infineon, ST Microelectronics. These are all actually, hold on, let me see. I have like a little chip. Oh yeah, right here. So this is a chip that I cut out from an old debit card, and this is basically a secure element chip that cold wallets use to secure the keys to your crypto. And these chips are hack proof. They're immune to both remote and physical attacks. So the code on these chips is usually what's closed source because the companies who make this chip, they've been in the financial industry for a long time, and these chips have been hardened or made more secure over literally tens of years now. Um, so to keep the code safe, it's kind of like a secret recipe or like a secret ingredient. To keep that safe, these companies that make these chips require the hardware wallet manufacturers to not disclose what the code is. And that's why a lot of wallets are partially open source, but still have closed source components. It's not because they don't want to be open source, it's just because uh, to make sure things are secure and remain secure, they have to close source certain parts. But yeah, 100% closed source, if you can avoid it, is probably best. Let's see. Harry True says, I'm having a tough time transferring my crypto to my Nano X. I got it 4 years ago. It's been sitting, finally got it set up. Managed to transfer one of my assets. You think my ledger is outdated. The Nano X isn't an outdated wallet. Like, I still use mine, it's still perfectly fine. I would hope that you updated the firmware, though. When you plug it in to Ledger Live, it should have had you update the firmware, should do that automatically, or at least tell you to do it. So you definitely want to do that. But I don't see, there's probably another issue that's preventing you from transferring your crypto, maybe a user error, but I would need to know more about your specific situation before I could even begin to troubleshoot that. So, whoa says multiple receive address win. Um, don't know. We don't have an exact date on when Tangem is going to release multiple receiving addresses. Um, hold on, sorry. Yeah, we don't have an exact date on when Tangem is going to release the multiple receiving address feature. It's on the roadmap for this year, so hopefully by the end of the year. Martha Moreno said, I heard that Tangem is pretty user friendly and easy to use. Do you recommend this as a beginner? Well, Martha, I would say that you heard right because you could probably ask anyone here in the chat section who's used Tangem, and they'll tell you it's by far the easiest wallet on the market. So yeah, if you're a beginner and you're looking to enhance your crypto security, Tangem is one of the best ways to get your foot in the door. Unknown 4143 said, do you recommend the Tangem Ring? Sorry if I already answered this, just joined. And sorry, guys, these questions are probably really old. I don't know how old they are, but I do recommend the Tangem Ring if you're actually going to use it, right? Like for me, the Tangem Ring is nice because I do travel with certain crypto wallets, certain crypto portfolios, and the ring is super convenient because no one knows what it is. It's also durable, it's dust and waterproof, but mainly because it's discreet, right? It's just a ring on my finger. So if you travel a lot and you want to bring certain cryptos with you, or if you just live an active lifestyle and like you're always on the go, you're always busy, then yeah, I would definitely say that the ring has been worth it for me. Let's see. Oz OZK Alt says I'd give you a couple more dollars if you'll look up Pax G, Paxos Gold, and Kinesis Silver, physically backed cryptocurrencies, and buy $5 of each because they track physical metal prices. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I'm like against those physical backed cryptocurrencies. I just don't know anything about them because I haven't done my research. So I definitely will do my research on PaxG. I I've done like a little bit of research. Um, But yeah, it's not something I'm currently looking into or investing in, to be clear. But thank you so much for all the donations, my guy. Jeez, that's very generous of you. I appreciate you. Let's see where we at. Where we at here? Izzy said, "I like Tangem. Are they ever going to introduce staking for ETH?" I hope so, but I don't know for sure what. It's not on their roadmap. They have like Cardano is on their roadmap for staking and a few other coins, but I don't think Ethereum is. But maybe in the future. Tom Starkey said, I don't know, even having cold wallet and stuff, I still feel unsettled about crypto between taxes and professional coders, then also everyone reluctant to help in certain ways. I completely agree with you, Tom. Like crypto is one of the toughest spaces to be in for a lot of reasons. I will say, like crypto security is, it can be really complicated or it can be really easy. Like if you just want to secure your crypto, it's simple. You just buy it on an exchange, transfer it to your cold wallet, treat your cold wallet like a savings account. Don't do anything with it but store crypto there, and you're going to be golden. But yeah, when it comes to like regulations, taxes, all these uncertainties, it's definitely nerve wracking and actually pretty frustrating. But these are just growing pains that we see like with any technology. Like when the internet came out, so many people were against using it. It was scary to use. And I'm sure a lot of people thought that the internet was a fad, and now we all carry around, internet in our pocket. Same thing with credit cards. When they came out, people were like, I'm never going to use that. Um, so there's always growing pains with new technology, and crypto is some revolutionary technology that will take, you know, probably a couple more decades to really grow into something that will be seamless that we use on a daily basis and won't even know we're using it. And, um, it'll all be regulated and blah, blah, blah. So I don't know. It's definitely interesting to see how the space is evolving. And I'm curious to see where it goes. Let's see. Do. South Florida drone service said, wearing the ring, people don't know, but eventually they're going to know you have crypto. The only way someone's going to know if you have crypto because you're wearing um, uh, the only way someone's going to know that you own crypto because you're wearing a ring is if you tell them. There are, I literally look it up. You can look up just like black rings on the internet. There are thousands of rings that look exactly like the Tangem ring. So just because you have a Tangem ring doesn't mean people are going to know about it because there's so many normal rings that look like the Tangem ring that, um, it's just like people don't really think anything of it. I mean, there's like the Tesla ring too, and I've never once thought when I see someone with a ring on that, oh, that must be a Tesla ring. I just like, oh, it's another ring. There's so many different kinds of rings. There's the ones that track your sleep, and um, yeah, there's just so many options. I don't think it's a concern that someone's going to be like, oh, you must have crypto on that ring. And even if that is the case, it's not any different than we all carry around a debit card in our pocket or cash. So I mean, it is what it is. Indiana Pip said, "In a nutshell, why is Tangem your wallet of choice? I purchased Trezor, but now having second thoughts." I already spoke on this. First off, Trezor is a great wallet. You shouldn't have any second thoughts. It's going to secure your crypto, which I'm assuming is what you want. The reason I like Tangem is because it's actually enjoyable to use. It's easy to use, and you don't need a bunch of stuff to use it. You just need your phone. um that said, like you can have more than one cold wallet if you have a reason for it. So if you want to own a Trezor wallet and maybe have that as like your as one portfolio and then get a Tangent wallet and have that as another portfolio, I'd say there's nothing wrong with doing that. And I have over 30 different hardware wallets. Now I don't use all of them because, a lot of that is just to review and to talk about and learn about. But I have several different wallets with crypto on them. So, but I don't think you made a bad choice with Trezor. It's a good wallet. Eric says, doing great content, man. Greatly appreciate it. Do you have a separate cold wallet for transactions and one for storing your overall crypto? Yeah, I definitely have a lot of different wallets. Some I don't touch, they just sit there and hold my crypto. Others I do transact more with. Tangem I definitely use the most, I use Tangem on a weekly basis. Then I have wallets like Trezor that I rarely use. So yeah, and there's no like right or wrong way to do it. There's just the right way for you. So, but that is a way you could do it. And if you kind of think of it like a checking and a savings account, like that's one easy way to look at it, or even like an investment account. Alan Scorpio says, my sister has crypto on Coinbase and I plan on talking her into getting a cold wallet like Tangem. Alan, please do that because I don't know if you know how I feel about Coinbase, but Coinbase is, in my experience and opinion, one of the worst crypto exchanges. And I know a lot of people will disagree with me on that, but I've had terrible experiences on Coinbase. Um, and for as popular as they are, it's unfortunate that that is the case. But yeah, any crypto exchange has the ability to freeze your funds, lock your account. Crypto exchanges are centralized wallets, meaning they own and control the keys that are used to access and manage your crypto. So if your crypto is on an exchange right now, you are not in control, whether you think you are or not. So yeah, definitely, if you could, maybe show her a couple videos and get her crypto off of Coinbase into a cold wallet, even if it's not Tangent. And if you're just joining the live stream here, just a heads up, Tangem Sale is ending tomorrow, and that sale is 15% off your entire order. And all you have to do to get that discount is enter two discount codes at checkout. The first code is Cyberskrilla. That's one word. If you don't know how to spell it, it's the name of this channel, but squish the two words together. And the second code is Friends. So Cyberskrilla will get you 10% off. Friends will get you 5% off for a total of 15% off. And if your order is more than $89, you get free shipping. And yeah, that sale ends tomorrow. So just a heads up if you're just joining. And if you want to see both those discount codes, I drop them in the description of this live stream, just if you want a visual on it. Let's see. Julie says, I have a 3 card wallet on Tangem recently. Had to change the password. It only allowed me to change on 2 of the cards. How do I? I may have already answered that question. I'm not sure, but you should be able to change your access code on all of the cards. If you're still having troubles, Julie, then I would drop a comment on one of the videos on my channel, and I'll try to answer it there. That's the best way. If you ever have questions, a lot of people ask how to reach out to me. The best way to reach out to me is leave a comment on one of my videos because it's just too much to keep track of. Like if I was DMing people and doing emails and stuff. I will say I recently got an email from one of our viewers, and he said that someone posing as Cyber Skrilla reached out to him and said that they could help him invest. Let me make it very clear. I will never, ever reach out to you on social media or through email. My only form of communication is here on the channel. But yeah, I'll never reach out to you. Like if someone emails me, that's one thing. If someone calls me, that's one thing. But I'm never going to reach out to you. So if you ever receive like some kind of message on a different platform from me, it's not me. Also, every single day, a fake Cyber Skrilla channel is created and they try to scam people in my comments. And I report it every single day. It's a new channel every day. I report it every day. The channel gets deleted and then they create a new one. Um, so yeah, my official channel is at Cyberskrilla. It's not at Cyberskrilla-TV. It's not at Cyberskrilla-investor. It's just at Cyberskrilla. Um, and I will never advertise like a WhatsApp number or anything. That's a complete scam. Mist J said, "What happens if you lose all your Tangem cards but still have the seed phrase? This is true for any wallet. Your seed phrase is the master key to your crypto wallet. As long as you have your seed phrase, you will always be able to access your crypto, even if you lose your physical hardware wallet. So if you lost all your cards, you could either just buy a new set of Tangem cards, and then during the setup process, instead of creating a new wallet, you would select the import recovery phrase option, enter your seed phrase, and you're good to go. Or you could even buy a different brand wallet. It doesn't have to be Tangem, and you could still import your seed phrase to access your crypto. Of course, you'd want to make sure that that wallet supports the crypto that you hold, but you don't even have to buy the same brand wallet if you don't want to. Let's see. Let's see. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize it was so late. Um, I think. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm just going through some comments here. Okay, let me. Oh my gosh, there's so many comments. Sorry, guys. I'm just. Actually, let me see something here. I just want to see something here. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Anyways, let me answer a couple more questions. Siege Goblin said, "Will you do a video, or have you done a video on products to store your seed phrase?" If you're talking about like physical seed phrase storage, like a metal seed phrase plate, I have done one, which is this plate right here. This is the Keystone plate. This is what I use to store my seed phrase, and you could bury this underground, and it's going to be safe. Let me see. You could watch that video. Let me just search real quick. If you type it on YouTube, best seed phrase storage, and look for my video, it should pop up. Um, that's what I use to store my seed phrase. Stephen Cook said, I purchased a Tandem wallet and tried to buy crypto using their partner exchange, Mercurio comes to mind. However, their exchange refused to accept my Cap One credit card I have used for years. Why? Um, So there's a lot of reasons this could happen, but this is likely an issue that you would need to figure out your with your bank with Cap Ed. A lot of those smaller like credit unions won't work with certain crypto exchanges. It also depends on where the exchange is located and where you're located. But usually, anytime I've had an issue with my card not working on a crypto exchange, it's always been something that I needed to do. So I had to reach out to my bank and work with them on that. So you might want to reach out to CapEd and see if they can help you. Cody Connell asks, if you get scammed and the scammer has your transaction ID and your email address, is your wallet compromised? No. The only way your wallet would be compromised is if they have your seed phrase or the key to your wallet, or if you signed a malicious smart contract, which is approving a transaction and basically allowing the scammer to take funds out of your wallet. If you didn't do either of those things, then you're probably good. But like if you just sent crypto to a scammer from your wallet, then I'm sorry that happened, but your wallet's not at risk. You just shouldn't send crypto to scammers. Let's see. Angel AF says Tangem Visa win. Um, so Tangem Visa, there's no set date yet. It's supposed to be out by the end of the year. That said, it will only be launched in a couple select countries, and I think it's Europe and UK maybe are the first two countries. Um, so so yeah, Tangent Visa later this year. Won't be in the US till much later though. I'll definitely do more update videos once they release more information. Peter says you are one of the best sources of crypto knowledge. Great work on YouTube. I rely on your information for making financial crypto decisions together with my own research. Thank you so much, Peter. Cody says thank you. Mike, what's up, Mike? Is there a big reason I would want to use crypto exchanges instead of just doing everything on the Tangem app? Um, so there's a couple reasons. A crypto exchange usually has better fees than the exchanges that are offered directly through the Tangem app. Like, for example, when I buy and sell crypto directly through Tangem, the fees are up to 10%, which is just ridiculous. Versus if I buy and sell on an exchange like Kraken, the fees are closer to 1 to 3%. So that would be my main reason for wanting to buy and sell on an exchange. But even if you did want to just use your Tangent wallet to buy and sell crypto, you could do that. However, I still think it's a good idea to have a crypto exchange account set up, just as like a backup in case you need to buy or sell crypto. Um, so yeah, it's a really good question, Mike. Okay, SA asks, question, I have two cards that came by mail to me after I purchased a set of two. I'm using 24-word phrase, and I have to set up another 24-word phrase for the second card as well. No. So if you get like a two card pack and you set up your wallet, both those cards have the same seed phrase on them. So Angel says Tangem Visa Switzerland. Thank you, and thank you for the promo codes. Tangem Visa. Not sure when it will be released in Switzerland, but that is the headquarters of Tangem, so I don't see why they wouldn't. Um, Someone just said, "Hi, Cyber Skrilla. I just bought my Tangem wallet, and I have a question. If I stake crypto using the Tangem wallet, can I later unstake it using a?" Doesn't look like you finished the sentence there. So, but yeah, you can unstake your crypto in the Tangem app after a set amount of time. When you go for a seedless option, does it create a 12 or 24 word phrase on the card? Um, I think I asked Tangem this a long time ago. If you use a seedless wallet, I think it generates a 256-bit master key, which is a 24-word phrase. You finish your question on a different wallet. So if you stake on Tangem, can you unstake on a different wallet? That I don't know. Tom says you can. It makes sense that you can, but I would just be curious if it would depend on which validator you use and things like that. Like I feel like there's a lot of um, different things that would be involved in that. But Tom says that he did that. So, all right, guys, it is late though. I got to get off the live stream. Thank you so much to everyone who joined. Thank you for all the donations. You guys are way too generous. We'll definitely be doing this again. Um, should have a video coming out today because Mike, the editor for the channel, is a boss. And if not today, then it'll come out some other time. Either way, be on the lookout for the next video. It's a good one. And I'll see y'all soon. Thank you so much. God bless and peace out, y'all. Now I got to figure out how to end this live stream. Let's see.